Hello, everyone. Do you want to discover the secrets of the universe? Today, we're going on an amazing journey to learn about one of the smartest people who ever lived, Albert Einstein. Get ready to have your mind blown. Albert Einstein was a very special person. He changed how we think about time, space, and energy. His ideas are still super important today. We use them in many things, like GPS on your phone. Isn't that incredible? Learning about him is like getting a superpower for your brain. Let's start from the very beginning. Albert Einstein was born a long time ago in 1879. That's more than 100 years ago. He was born in a town called Ulm in Germany. When he was very young, his family moved to another city in Germany called Munich. Albert was a bit different from other kids. He didn't start talking until he was a little older than most children. This made his parents worry sometimes. But Albert was not slow. He was just thinking deeply. He had a very curious mind. One day his father showed him a compass. This little toy had a needle that always pointed north, no matter how Albert turned it. This made him wonder about the hidden forces of nature. This simple toy sparked his interest in science and the mysteries of the world. As Albert grew up, he went to school. But he didn't really like the traditional way of teaching. He preferred to learn by himself, thinking about problems and trying to solve them in his own way. He was very good at math and science, much better than most of his classmates. He loved to imagine things in his head, like riding on a beam of light. These thought experiments were very important for his future discoveries. After finishing school in Germany, Albert moved to Switzerland. He went to a famous school there called the Swiss Federal Polytechnic School. He studied to become a tiker. He worked very hard and learned a lot about physics and math. After graduating, he even got his PhD from the University of Zurich. But even with all his amazing ideas, finding a job was not easy for young Albert. So he took a job at a patent office in Switzerland. What's a patent office? It's a place where people register new inventions. Albert's job was to look at these new inventions and make sure they were truly new and would work. This job was actually perfect for him. It gave him time to think about his own big ideas about physics. He would often work on these ideas in his free time. After his patent office duties were done, and then something amazing happened in 1905. This year is often called Einstein's miracle year. In just 1 year, he published 4 incredibly important papers. These papers changed physics forever. Imagine doing so much amazing work in just 12 months. It's like scoring 4 goals in one game, but for science. One of these papers was about the photoelectric effect. This is how light can make electricity. For example, solar panels use this effect to make electricity from sunlight. He explained how light is made of tiny packets of energy called photons. For this amazing discovery, he won the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. It was a huge honor. Another paper was about Brownian motion. This is about how tiny particles, like dust, move randomly in a liquid or gas. Einstein's explanation helped prove that atoms and molecules really exist. Before this, some scientists were not sure if atoms were real. His work helped us understand the tiny, invisible building blocks of everything around us. And then there was the theory of relativity. This is probably his most famous work. He actually came up with 2 parts, special relativity and general relativity. Special relativity, which he published in 1905, changed our understanding of space and time. It says that time can pass differently for different people, depending on how fast they are moving. This sounds crazy, right? But it's true. It also introduced the most famous equation in the world, EMC. EMC means that energy E is equal to mass, m multiplied by the speed of light, c squared. This little equation shows that a tiny amount of mass can be turned into a huge amount of energy. This idea was a big step towards understanding things like nuclear power. It revealed a deep connection between mass and energy that no one had understood before. Later, in 1915, he published his general theory of relativity. This theory was even more amazing. It explained gravity not as a force pulling things down, but as the bending of space and time itself. Imagine putting a heavy ball on a stretched rubber sheet. The ball makes the sheet curve. If you then roll a smaller marble nearby, it will curve inwards towards the heavy ball. This is similar to how gravity works. Big objects like planets and stars bend the space and time around them, and this bending is what we feel as gravity. This theory completely changed how we think about the universe and how it works. Albert Einstein became very famous for his ideas. People all over the world knew his name. He traveled a lot and gave many speeches, but his life was not always easy. In 1914, he returned to Germany to work in Berlin. However, things changed for the worse in Germany when the Nazi Party came to power. The Nazis were against Einstein's ideas because he was Jewish and believed in peace. So in 1933, he had to leave Germany to be safe. He moved to the United States. In America, he worked at a place called the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. He became an American citizen in 1940. He continued his research and thought about even bigger ideas. During World War II, he wrote a letter to President Roosevelt, warning him that Germany might be trying to build a new powerful kind of bomb. This letter played a role in the start of the Manhattan Project, which developed the atomic bomb. After the war, Albert Einstein became a strong voice for peace. He believed that all countries should work together and that there should be a world government to prevent future wars. He was even offered the job of president of Israel, but he politely said no, saying he was a scientist, not a politician. He cared deeply about human rights and was against all forms of injustice. He spent the rest of his life trying to find a unified field theory. This was his dream, to find one single theory that could explain all the different forces in the universe, like gravity and electromagnetism. He never quite finished this work, but his dream continues to inspire scientists today. Albert Einstein passed away in 1955 in Princeton, New Jersey, when he was 76 years old, but his ideas and his legacy live on. He taught us to question everything, to think creatively, and to never stop being curious. He was a true genius who saw the universe in a way no one else had before. So what did we learn about Albert Einstein? He was a German-born theoretical physicist who developed the theory of relativity. His famous equation EMC shows how mass and energy are connected. He won the Nobel Prize for explaining the photoelectric effect. He also proved the existence of atoms by explaining Brownian motion. He was a brilliant scientist who changed the world with his mind, and also a kind person who believed in peace and justice. He truly was one of the greatest thinkers of all time.